All right. AWA Air Warrior, what's up, guys? Hope you're all good. Hope you're all doing good. Let's welcome to Let's Talk Pop, episode 104. It's Wednesday night. I'm here. Hope to see you pop up in the chat. I'll do my announcements once I see some traction, some comments in the chat. That's how I know people are listening. Right? Once I see people commenting, that's when I will get a couple announcements out. So I'm gonna wait for that. While I wait for that, I'll just start what we're gonna talk about. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Do all that. If you're watching on TikTok, well, hello. Feel free to follow if you like what you see. Comment, I don't know, like, do the heart thing, whatever. Please, really appreciate it. But if you're on YouTube, you're checking out for the channel for the first time, subscribe. Make sure to smash the like button down below. Share this out on your social media platforms. I don't care which one you use. Whichever one you use, make sure to share it out. This stream and this channel. Right? Right? Hope to see some people in the chat soon, very, very soon, because we're going to talk about a lot of things today. A lot of things. Some stuff from yesterday, some stuff today. What I think I'm going to talk about today, well, you see my title, you see my thumbnail if you're watching on YouTube. What we're going to talk about, okay? I'm actually going to talk about the trailer for Sinners. Yes, Sinners, the Ryan Coogler vampire film, where Michael B. Jordan is going to play two characters, twin brothers. Talk about that. I'm going to talk about the first two episodes of A Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I watched it this morning, and I'm going to give my thoughts. It's kind of like a spoiler. It's basically a spoiler review. Who cares, really? I really don't care if you get spoiled or not. Who really cares? Hope to build up an audience after this, man. Please come in. And then we're going to talk about some other movie news, too. And TV news. And now I did not really put anything in the description like last time. Usually I will, but this time I decided not to. So we're just going to, once I talk about these two things, we're going to wing the rest of the show, right? With topics, all right? We're just going to go on the fly afterwards, all right? That's the plan. Accept it or not. And once again, whatever. Welcome to episode 104. Let's talk pop. All right, man. I don't see anybody in the chat right now, so I'll just say hello again. People are watching. All right? Now I finally see somebody in the chat. Right? Finally we got here. We got Mr. I'm going to call him the Rocket now. Him and Blinded are planning. What's up, Degrassi? They're playing sometimes for Marvel Rivals. Okay. Okay, since we got a couple people in the chat already, we see Rocket and Degrassi, and I assume others are watching. I assume Sideways will come in, maybe George, Blinded. Blinded might be going to sleep. I think he has early class tomorrow or something like that on Thursdays. But I believe he's streaming on Friday. I think he said he's planning to stream on Friday. He usually streams tonight, but he decided not to. Busy. So since I got people in the chat, couple of announcements, nothing major, minor. So okay, as you know, I've been saying this in my yesterday's at the beginning, yesterday's stream. I announced that I already have a stream planned for the Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl trailer stream, right? February 9th with the Super Bowl. So like I did this the past few years. I have a stream all set up, everything's taken care of, and all before tonight, everything is based on assumption. Like, assuming the Fantastic Four trailer is going to drop, the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer is going to drop. I base it all on that because if they were going to drop, if we got some confirmation they were not going to drop on that date, I would totally delete that stream. But today, Deadline came out with some updates. I let you know I do not have to delete that stream now. That stream, that assumption I made based on my assumptions, that stream, it's been confirmed. It's confirmed. The Jurassic World Rebirth trailer is going to drop on Super Bowl, so that's good news. And also, they confirmed two Marvel trailers are going to drop on Super Bowl Sunday, and I assume it's Fantastic Four. I don't know about Captain America. That's already coming out 5 days after, so I don't think it's gonna become Captain America. The second. So I can assume a Thunderbolts, the second Thunderbolts trailer. So I assume Thunderbolts, but also not Jurassic World, not Jurassic Park, or not Marvel related. Next Smurfs movies have a trailer dropped that day too. I don't fucking care about Smurfs. But they're dropping a trailer. That's been all confirmed apparently by Deadline. Let me just make sure to check. Oh, they probably will. But let me check. Smurfs, yes, that will be during the Super Bowl. 2 or 3 Marvel movies will be releasing it, getting a teaser. Fantastic Four, I guarantee, is one of them. Maybe Thunderbolts. I don't think they really don't need to release a thing for a trailer or a teaser for Captain America on the Super Bowl because we've been getting that on the lead up to that. You already see the trailers on the TV. You already see all these interviews. You already see some teases stuff on. They really don't need to for the Super Bowl, so I think it's gonna be a Thunderbolts update, another Thunderbolts trailer. But yeah, so that stream, I'm not taking it down now. The only question, Trey Parker film. Oh, the only question is the timing of the trailers. Marvel usually drops a trailer before the game. Usually before the game. Usually, the game starts 6:30, right? They usually like to stay to 6:30 Eastern time. So, right? That's how I remember last time. Okay. So I expect 6:30, but I'll expect before 6:30. I expect 6 o'clock Eastern time. Between 6 and 6:30. I don't know which one, but a Deadline court says two Marvel trailers. Another thing is give Captain America because they've been promoting Captain America like shit, and they really don't need to promote it on a Super Bowl. I mean, they could promote it again on a Super Bowl. I mean, they've been promoting it for weeks now. So just put Thunderbolts, and of course Fantastic Four, and also, yeah, the Superman trailers. Next Superman. The next teaser trailer forever. It's not going to drop during the Super Bowl, but it's going to drop during the Puppy Bowl. which I'm not gonna live stream. I'm not gonna fucking live stream the Puppy Bowl. Okay? And I don't know where Blinded is, but let's go on. Let's go on. Let's talk pop. Episode 104. Right now, Sinners. Yeah, let's talk about Sinners. Sinners is a vampire movie, right? A vampire movie about twin brothers. Twin brothers played by Michael B. Jordan, directed by Ryan Coogler, from Creed and Black Panther, right? The first two Creed movies and the Black Panther movies. No, he did not direct the third Creed movie. That was Michael B. Jordan. So this movie is about two twin brothers. Michael B. Jordan playing twins, and what it looks like in a bar slash like the time period is definitely looks like 1800s to maybe early 1900s. It could be. It looks like I wouldn't say exactly 1800s, but definitely looks. Maybe it could be maybe 19th century or late 19th century or late 18th or late or early 20th century time period. The way they're dressed, the way they look, the way the characters in the trailer look like, they're dressed in the setting and all that, right? But yeah, they're so you got Haley Steinfeld is in it, right? Michael B. Jordan. Those are two major players that we know is in the film, actors and actresses in the film. Okay, they're in the film. So I miss you, Degrassi. I wish you were in my stream yesterday. We had fun. I know you're busy. Okay. Now this is a good trailer. This is a really good trailer. Honestly, I saw the trailer. It's 1930s, so early 20th century. Okay. So it gives me okay. It doesn't give me the Quentin Tarantino movie that kind of vibes. Uh, what I mean by that, it doesn't. It's not like it doesn't give me that kind of vibes. I mean, the Quentin Tarantino movie, I'm blanking on it. You know what I'm talking about. George Clooney. From Dusk Till Dawn. What I mean from Dusk Till Dawn is it doesn't dawn. It takes place the Quentin Tarantino and George Clooney, two play brothers, right? Criminal brothers. They take a family hostage and they end up in Mexico and they end up in a bar slash that right in that bar. And that bar is full of vampires by Selma Hayek. The only thing is why I'm saying this is because it seems like most of the movies can take place in the bar in itself. And takes place in the 1930s, where obviously I think I know why Degrassi says it's going to piss off a lot of people, because obviously there's going to be a lot of callback to. There's going to be a lot of not callback, but it's going to be a lot of race, right? Talking about racism, and all bigotry in this, right? I could see that definitely because in 1930s, yeah, African Americans were free; they were not slaves, but they still were not allowed, right? Bathrooms, they had their own bathrooms, own fucking stores, own changing rooms. They're not allowed to participate in sports, stuff like that. I assume that's gonna be part of it. And I assume like the vampires are gonna have something to do with it because the vampires are the ones that knock on the door are I'm gonna say are white. Maybe, I mean, there probably will be a race element to this movie. But the trailer does look really good. Hey, Steinfeld, man, you can see in my pick, yeah, she could. She looks. I don't know. She look. I don't know. She looks hot with the blood. She does look hot with the blood on her face. Obviously, she turns into a vampire. Uh, like Ryan Coogler is a good director. Okay, he's a very good director. Okay, this is something different because we're used to him doing like movies like Rocky and Black Panther. This is different. This is a horror take. So we're showing that his directional style is versatile. Where Creed is different than Black Panther. Different styles, different things like that, right? Right? But but this is a different. This is a way different vision. A way different vision compared to his past films. And but there's always one thing that Ryan Coogler does like, I think, very well in his films. Very well is the element of racism, stuff like that, and getting it out there how right then the audience know about racism, stuff like that, because even the Creed movies have to deal with that. Definitely Black Panther had to deal with that, especially the first movie, the Black Panther movie, stuff like that. Okay, and this is definitely gonna take place here. Okay, here, I'm sure they're gonna. Yeah, like I'm sure there's gonna be you're gonna hear the N word. I'm sure this movie's will probably hear the N word. Okay, probably. I'm not gonna say it on here, but but and I'm hearing you're guaranteed you're gonna hear stuff like that in this movie because those movies, walk Creed and Black Panther, well, they deal with race and all that shit with stuff like that, social issues. Those are all PG-13. I think this movie would be definitely rated R. This movie looks just to be rated R based on the trailers. So I think they could go more in depth and more in depth and could get away with saying more things. Yeah, they do say N words in PG-13 movies, but I think this movie it has looks like it's just more excessive stuff like that. Okay, um, and there has to be a reason why. There has to be a reason why it's called sinners. There has to be sinners. There has to be some church going folk, church going stuff. Oh, we're sharp. Oh, he did say it. There has to be some church folk in this too, right? A religious element to this too. Sinners, right? There has to be. Now the idea could be like these vampires. Yes, naturally evil, but they could be like a twist on them is be like, yeah, the vampires are seen as demons, stuff like that, but they can be seen as, God's vampires, or something like that, and they're religious zealots or something, and they think God's next step for evolution for human evolution is by turning everybody into vampires. I don't know. It's a movie called Sinners. It's called Sinners. I mean, like when you hear something called Sinners in a movie, you would think religion has to be a factor in it, right? I do like the twist. I do like the twist that maybe I do like the possibility that these vampires are they're bad guys, but they think they're doing good. They're being stuff like that. I don't know. It's a great twist because we don't see vampires like that. We do see good vampires. Obviously, Twilight has that, and there's always incarnated vampires. There's always been good vampires, but most of them are seen as evil, right? Right? But we can see we can see these insane, crazy, diabolical vampires who think they're doing good in the name of religion. It's a I like that's what I can see. I can see that. I mean, I mean that's an interesting take because I don't think I've ever seen that before. Seen that before. I don't know. Like, I'll check out your new short, buddy. Just send it to me. Wait. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I just had a time. So this movie actually does look good. Let me check. It comes out April 18th. April 18th. So okay, they come back to their hometown. Okay. Warner Brothers. All right. Oh, the Michael B. The brothers could be criminals at one point, kind of like maybe kind of like the Quentin Tarantino movie. I think it'll be a solid movie. Ryan Coogler is a good director, so I have faith in him for sure. I definitely have faith in Ryan Coogler for this. Okay, as you should. All right, now the Spider-Man Neighborhood. Spider-Man Neighborhood. I saw the first. Yeah. Okay. Could be like that. Definitely. That's definitely why there's a religious element to this movie. Okay. Now let's move on to the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So I watched the first two episodes. The first two episodes dropped today, and in not a specific time. It just dropped. It's like it's not like the past Marvel shows where they drop at 9 p.m. Eastern time, right? This they just dropped today, right? So I watched the first two episodes, and this show's gonna piss off a lot of people. Um, the show's gonna piss off a lot of people. Okay, a lot of people, a lot of people. I'm not. It didn't piss off me. Okay, no, it didn't piss me off. This show, but I did question little things. I questioned a little bit of things about the show, but but it's not going to bother me. It's not. It doesn't. Not to a point where like, oh, I'm going to make a big deal about it. But I can see. But I can see definitely the chuds make a big deal about the show, and they really have when they saw the teaser trailers, when they saw what they do to certain characters in the show. Like for example, race banning, race banning Norman Osborn. Okay. By the way, voiced by a very good actor, very underrated actor too. Coleman Domingo, very underrated actor. Okay, and we all knew that, but I'm gonna let you in. No, not something new, something else. We get this is gonna piss people off. There's one character. I don't know if you've seen it, Degrassi. I don't know if you know, but there's this one character. There's another character in this show that you all know from the comics and other adaptations that very well known. The Lizard character, right? Lizard. We know Lizard is Kurt Connors, right? Lizard's Kurt Connors with the hand, right? He's trying to create some sort of a serum like a lizards are able to regenerate, right? Kurt Connors is a whole big deal, right? Right? Well, Kurt Connors is in this movie, in this show, the second episode. Okay. Okay. But here's what's gonna piss people off, especially on that side. It really caught me off guard too. I wasn't expecting it either. But it didn't really piss me off. I'm like, okay, fine, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Fine, fine, just all right. Okay, Kurt Connors in the show. It's not Kurt Connors. It's a female. Last name is O'Connors. Don't get me wrong. Last name is O'Connor. Female. Female. So they gender bent Kirk Connors to a female. And this is also going to continue pissing those people off. Not just that, they also race banned Kirk Connors. Kirk Connors in this show is black and female. Okay. And this okay. That's gonna piss some people off. Okay. I'm trying to look her name up. I'm trying to look up her name. Carla Connors. It would make sense. Carla Connors. Okay. And also, we don't really have. Peter doesn't really have a bully. There's no Flash Thompson, and there's no Mary Jane in this show. Kevin Nash is F man. There's no Flash Thompson in this show, and there's no Mary Jane. And the jock, who is supposedly supposed to be like, the Flash Thompson show, the jock, the football star, the athlete, he's not a jerk to Peter. He's not an asshole. He's actually the opposite. He's a very nice guy. Very good, nice guy. Likes Peter. Not in a sexual way, but like, they're mad. But if once they find out the Kirk Connors stuff, oh man, they will be. But the jock is actually okay. The jock, once again, I'm gonna say this, is black too. He's also black, and there's gonna be people on that side. What? They're all making the black characters nice. I'm like, I can see that. I can see that. And why is there no mean black character? I'm just saying. I'm not. That's not me saying that, but they're gonna say that. People like that are gonna say that. He's also the jock, the football star, is black too. And he's supposed to be replacing Flash Thompson in terms of the athlete, the jock, but he's not an asshole. He's not an asshole. He actually is a very nice guy. Likes Peter. Cool with Peter. And he's dating, fortunately, like Peter's babysitter at one point when Peter was younger, he had a babysitter who was like 3 years older. Now they go to the same high school. Peter's a freshman, and the babysitter's 3 years. So I'll be a senior. He didn't land on anybody. He just fell to the ground. But also, he's friends. He doesn't. He's not friends in high school. He's not friends with Norman Osborn. He doesn't know Norman Osborn. Obviously, Norman Osborn is black because he's friends with Harry. He doesn't. He's not friends with Harry. He actually saves Harry from a group of bullies, and those chuds are gonna say, look, he beat up the bullies, the mean people are all white because Harry's being chased by 3 white bullies, right? I'm not trying to make it political here. I don't really want to get political here, but Harry is being chased by 3 white guys, and one was streaming it too. And you know what they're gonna say? You know what the chuds say? They said it's like something about the Batman, right? So he's not really friends with Harry. He saves him, right? And Harry's obviously black because Norman's black, okay? But he does become friends with Nina. Yes, Nina Minoru, Nico Minoru. She's a witch, right? She's a witch, right? Later on she becomes a witch. I forget, honestly. Nico Minoru becomes Peter's friend and classmate. Yeah, nothing like the comics or the classic Peter. Here's the thing: you have to understand. Guys, if you're watching for this show, and if you're a pure Spider-Man fan, you're gonna fucking hate the show. You're gonna fucking hate the show. If you want everything to be like how it's supposed to be, you're gonna fucking hate the show. Okay. Now I was going to show me. I wasn't high on the trailer, the animation, all that shit. You know me. I wasn't really excited, but the first 2 episodes were pretty good, in my opinion. Funny and pretty good, in my opinion. Honestly, it surprised me. Okay. And we did see Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, to let you know, Doctor Strange is the first 5 minutes of the show. First 5 minutes of the show. He was battling some monster from a different world, from a different dimension, and he ended up in front of Peter's school that he's going into as a freshman. And so I know a Spider-Man came from the same dimension. That's the spider that bit Peter and gave his powers. So Peter, the spider that bit Peter was not from a science lab or anything. It was actually from another dimension or maybe another universe. Yeah, okay? Like, really. And, yeah, okay? And also in the second episode, he took on a villain who looks like Firefly. You know what I mean? Like, kind of, doesn't look like Firefly, but it's kind of like a pyromaniac, like Firefly. Okay? But this Peter, I'll say this. He's very intelligent, but he makes a lot of rookie mistakes. For example, at the end of the episode, he gets called to Norman Osborn's office because he just got an internship at Oscorp, right? Gets called to Norman Osborn's office. Now, Norman Osborn is not like anything the Green Goblin or anything like that. And Norman Osborn knows that Peter is Spider-Man because in the stairwell, when Peter in the stairwell of Oscorp, he changed to Spider-Man, not knowing there's a camera there, a camera in the stairwell. And I was watching, I'm like, there's probably a camera in the stairwell, Peter. Yeah, they do, Degrassi. Yeah. I'm like Peter. There's a stairwell and there's a camera in the stairwell. I'm like, wouldn't you just reveal yourself? Wouldn't security know or whatever? And that's the end of the second episode. So right away, Norman knows that Peter is Spider-Man. Also, Mary Jane looks like an old. No, not Mary Jane. Mary Jane's not on the show, but Aunt May. They made her young, and she looks like an older Mary Jane, a hot older Mary Jane. She doesn't look anything like an Aunt May you would think of. Like this Aunt May is hot. I mean, cartoon, but this Aunt May is like young and hot, redhead too. And they live in an apartment, so they took some elements from the MCU, Sony Spider-Man, like they live in an apartment and stuff like that. It was a symbiote, yeah, it was. And you do see Captain America. Captain America, he doesn't make a physical appearance, but you do see Captain America and Norman Osborn. There's a picture of Norman Osborn and Captain America in Norman Osborn's office. So Norman Osborn knows Steve Rogers. Well, everybody knows Steve Rogers is Captain America. But yeah, whatever. You get my point. Yeah, like I said, there's gonna be cameos from other characters in this show. It's very different from what we're used to with Spider-Man. We're used to him crushing on Mary Jane. Flash Thompson being a bully. It's a very different. They changed a lot. Now, I know some people are gonna hate this. We know that. We're prepared for that. There's gonna be because of the changes they made. Me personally, I don't care. I thought I'm like, okay, maybe it's like I don't think maybe it's too much a little bit at times, but I really don't care. I really don't care most of the time. It's a different world, a different universe, I guess. Right? It's a different, yeah. You think they're gonna retcon MCU Spider-Man? I like the show. I mean, I like the first 2 episodes. But I can tell you one thing. I'm not talking about the Chuds or anybody like that, but this show is not going to be for everybody. Okay? It's just not going to be for everybody. I can tell you right now. Like, it's just not going to be for everybody. Because some people are just not as open, right? We're just not as open. And we also do see like uh, a girl from Wakanda blinded. I don't know. I don't know if you could come on because like I think you go to school early, right? You gotta go from Wakanda. You got Cho, Ms. Cho. Um, all right, it's it's a fun little show. I know Red is ducking you. He's not even. He hasn't responded. All right. Yeah. See, Blind is going to bed now. While he listens, Blind is gonna listen to this while he goes to sleep. Yeah. And, Flash Thompson over the years has been changed into a arrogant nerd in the MCU. In this show, he's really not in it. He's not in it. He is there is really no Flash Thompson, so there's no Mary Jane. There's no Gwen Stacy. He has a crush on his babysitter. Okay? He's always late, as expected. But it's a fun little show if he. Okay, okay, Blind. It's a fun little show if you can willing to open up your mind. Like most of the people in my chat here. Okay. All right, all right. We got you. You guys need to set a date. You and Red and Rocket need to set a date for your game for your eventually match in Marvel Rivals. All right. All right, man. Let's see what else to talk about. I'll probably go an hour today, maybe a little over an hour. Okay. All right. So let's go. Let's see what else there is. Let's see what else there is. All right. All right. Um, a Pac-Man movie was in the works. Yeah, we're gonna get a live action Pac-Man movie. And it's not happening now because the person that was gonna develop it and develop it, right? Direct the person who was gonna try to direct and get it off the off the foot well no. Get it off to get it green light to get it filming. It's in the mix of a huge scandal right now. That's Justin Baldini trying to get a Pac-Man movie off live, but it ain't happening because of the scandal he has. Because of the scandal with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, it's not happening. But there was going to be a Pac-Man movie, a live action Pac-Man movie, and I think that's a fucking terrible idea. I think a live action Pac-Man movie doesn't work. And people don't come. But a live action Mario movie work? Yeah, because Mario has more of a story than fucking Pac-Man. Pac-Man has no fucking story. Okay. Why would a fucking Pac-Man seriously? A Pac-Man movie would not be a good idea. There's nothing there. You can't build anything for Pac-Man, man. Pac-Man is like the one. It's like the one video game where you cannot make a movie or a TV show. Okay. If there's a video game, if there's a million video games, Pac-Man is like number one on the list where you cannot make a movie. And I know there's gonna be people say you can make a movie out of anything. Yeah, Pac-Man. No, you can't do it with Pac-Man. Sorry. The Pac-Man episode. Yeah, I didn't see Secret Level yet. All right. Little bit of correction. Benedict Cumberbatch did misspoke and said he will be in Avengers Doomsday. Okay? I don't know how you can make a mistake like that. Okay. Terrifier 4 is happening. Terrifier 4 is happening. Terrifier 4 is happening, that's gonna happen. Is it kind of has kind of developed a cult following, Terrifier, despite how gruesome and how crazy it is. Some of the stuff they do in those movies, that the actors and actors who participate in those movies for such probably not a good minuscule paycheck too. It's crazy. Like some of the shit you hear about they do in those movies. I haven't seen them, but I heard about the shit that they do in those movies. I'm like, seriously, man. Seriously. Benny Sadi is going to be in the Christopher Nolan's Odyssey movie. So the Odyssey has added another actor, Benny Safdie, starring alongside Tom Holland, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Matt Damon, John Bernthal, Charlize Theron, Lupita Nyong'o, and Robert Pattinson. When did Charlize Theron join the casting? Isn't that bad? Benedict Cumberbatch. When did when did the fuck did Charlize Theron join the casting? When did she join? I don't remember her joining. Who's she's? I think she's gonna be Cersei. I think I think I think Charlize Theron's gonna be Cersei because she's the only one probably most stunning enough. But Zendaya and Hathaway. I think Charlize Theron's more the most stunning out of them, of the three actresses cast there, of four actresses. So I think Charlize Theron. If this is based on Homer's Odyssey, it's probably gonna be like a redemption. It's not gonna be exactly like Homer's Odyssey, but there'll be probably some things from Homer's Odyssey, and if she'll probably be Cersei too. I think she'll be Cersei. I mean, just turn Matt Damon into a pig. Who's gonna be Homer? Matt Damon or Tom Holland? Who do you think is gonna be Homer? One of them's gonna be turned to a pig. I just want. This suck that Cersei and Christian Camaros didn't turn anybody into a Blasphemorphs or Beastamorphs, whatever they're called. She should have turned somebody into an animal. That'd been hilarious. She could have been responsible for turning Jackal into Jackal. That'd have been hilarious. Or she turns Jackal back into a human or something. Turn into a human. It has to be reverse effect on on Weasel. Why did I say the Jackal? Why am I thinking Spider-Man? The Weasel. Her magic has to be reverse effect on Weasel. Instead of turning humans into animals, on Weasel it's the reverse effect. It turns him into a human. Yeah, I know. I know. I just want to see Cersei, man. Yeah, she should have. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She should have. Oh, she should have, man. All right. Dogman. A Little House on the Prairie reboot. They're making Little House on the Prairie reboot at Netflix. Yeah. Degrassi, exactly. Human but acting weasel. Yeah. That would be like Jack Whiter, wouldn't it? I don't know. Without the talking, right? Little House on the Prairie reboot is in the works at Netflix. Uh, Never watched. I know about it, but I never watched the show. It's an older show. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna. Is it gonna be a comedy? Eddie Murphy is. Sorry, I'm back. Eddie Murphy is gonna be doing another movie, another comedy movie called Blue Falcon. It's uh, it's about a meeting. It's about a retired super spy who heads for a destination wedding of his son and finds himself proximity with his arch rival. So he's going to be a spy. So it's a comedy where he's a spy. All right. Now this is from Deadline. I don't know whose studio it is. I don't know. I never watched it. I mean, I know it's an older show, so I know you're around longer than me, so I know you know more about that. I never watched it, or even the reboots. So I'm wondering who's going to do the Eddie Murphy movie. It sounds like a Netflix thing. It sounds like it's going to be a Netflix movie. I think Netflix should do it. I think they should. I think they should do another Beverly Hills Cop movie. A fifth Beverly Hills Cop. No, fifth one. Yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal. It's going to be yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be in a supernatural romantic thriller, directed by Night Shyamalan. So Jake Gyllenhaal is going to end up in a supernatural romantic thriller movie, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. You know who's been hit and miss lately, right? He's been hit and miss, but he's good. I don't know if Blind played this game. He's asleep, but I wonder if he's aware. A TV series adaptation, Beyond Two Souls, is in the works. Elliot Page is producing a series through Pageboy Productions. I never played this game. Beyond Two Souls. Maybe Blind has. I don't know much about it, but I know it's a video game, right? Beyond Two Souls is a video game, isn't it? Now, I'm just making sure. I want to make. It's a computer game. It's a video game. And I think Elliot Page starts of it. I think Elliot Page did start in the game, didn't she? Let me see. Okay, Elliot Page just started in the video game. She's going to help develop, produce this series. Okay. I don't know. It's going to be. It's Deadline. I don't know what it's for. Where's it for? Page Productions TV series, but it's from Deadline. But it didn't say for what service, streaming service. So if it's a video game, there's only 3 studios that really do video games adaptations. Netflix does it. Amazon, those are 2 most common ones, and rarely Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers will do some video game adaptation stuff, like Last of Us, but not much. But it's mostly Netflix and Amazon that decide to get into the video game side of things for live action stuff or cartoon stuff. It's usually those 2. Like Warner Brothers is usually a little bit, not as much, a little bit, but Amazon's always been a battle between Amazon and Netflix. So I'm gonna assume it's one of those 2 that's gonna do Beyond Two Souls. I'm just gonna assume it's one of those 2. You think it's Peacock? Oh yeah, Peacock does do it. Yeah. A good one. They do Twisted Metal, which, you know what? But there's so many videos. There's a list. You can find a list of how many. There's a list. You can search up how many video game adaptations, movies or TV shows have been greenlit. You can find it. You can find it right now. There's a lot. There's a fucking huge list of how much shit has been greenlit. It's in terms of video games. Really, Netflix has a lot in development. Netflix has a lot. Okay, Amazon too, but Netflix has a lot. Okay, a lot, and I don't know how much I don't know how much percentage of those is going to get made. Honestly, I don't know how much we're going to see it. Actually, see it. Get go get through. Go through. I don't know how much Netflix or Amazon is going to go through with how the video game properties that they have IPs ownership over developing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The thing is, Sonic was a hit, right? Sonic was a huge hit, doing well, right? But Halo was a massive failure for them, right? I mean, it only lasted 2 seasons. Oh, Legally Bomb is prequel series is filming in March. What's this? What's the? Okay. All right. Let's see what else is there. I don't know what else is there. Oh, once again, since I have nothing else, it's a little under an hour, but I thank you all for coming. Once again, I'm going to mention what I mentioned earlier in the stream. It looks like my stream for Super Bowl Sunday is a go. It's not assumed anymore. It looks like it's official. Now, Marvel didn't say specifically which trailers are dropping, but I can assume Fantastic Four is one of them. Okay? Now, this is from Deadline, but I can assume Fantastic Four. But the Jurassic World Rebirth is happening. So that stream is staying. I'm not deleting that stream. So that stream will be up on February 9th for sure. That's Super Bowl. Good question. Good question. Good question. So that stream is staying up, but that's in a week and a half, guys. There'll obviously be more streams in between. There'll definitely be a stream tomorrow. I don't know yet what's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a Let's Talk Pop, but we're going to definitely stream tomorrow. No streams. Actually, there will be a stream Saturday, but it's going to be a wrestling stream. We're gonna do Royal Rumble predictions just before Royal Rumble. And let you know, if you plan to watch a Royal Rumble, because there are some wrestling fans here, if you plan to watch a Royal Rumble, it starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Saturday, an hour earlier. So Degrassi, if you're gonna watch it with your father, 5 p.m. your time, okay? 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. your time, and I'm gonna do a stream prediction show about an hour before the show starts, hour or two before the show starts, and yeah, so right now there's no stream on this channel on Saturday, but there will be a wrestling prediction show. But there's a chance I could stream after the Rumble. It depends how long the Rumble is. If it ends at 11 Eastern time, I'm probably not doing it. I don't think it'll end at 11. I don't think it'll go 4 hours. But I might. Okay? But there'll definitely be a stream Sunday. A Sunday stream. Okay? This Sunday, because it's not Super Bowl. 2 weeks. There will be a stream Sunday. And yeah, and there'll be streams next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. For sure. And then there will definitely be a stream Saturday, the day before the Super Bowl, because there's no wrestling event or anything like that. So no worries there. And then in 2 weeks' time, we'll probably be talking about Captain America in a couple streams. because I already. Oh yeah, I heard it's hectic. It's hectic, and because so in 2 weeks' time, Captain America comes out, right? So there will definitely be a stream on Captain America for sure. Because I'm seeing it on the 13th, the day before it officially comes out. Okay, I'm seeing it on the 13th. But I already got my tickets for it. I already pre-ordered, and yeah, that's it. There'll be a stream tomorrow. Don't worry, guys. I'll have something tomorrow for you guys. And Friday, check out Blinded stream at 7:30 Eastern, wherever he sets it up, and then I'll do a stream later after he ends. I'll do my stream after SmackDown. No, I don't do stream Friday. Yeah, I don't do a stream Friday because the SmackDown ends at 11. But I'll let you know something. Let you know a warning. Yes, it's wrestling. Not a warning, but an very early announcement, which I really don't have. I really don't have to announce this now. I could wait till months later. But I'll let you know, starting in whenever May or June, I will be streaming back on Fridays after 10 o'clock because SmackDown is only going 3 hours for a few months. Wrestling on Fridays is only 3 hours for a few months. So May or June, I'll be back to streaming on Friday nights after SmackDown when the 3 hour thing is dropped and it goes back to 2 hours. Very early announcement. I'll make that announcement again later in the year, probably around March or April. Okay. Okay. All right, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment below.